All right, everybody, I got a question for you. Can a man get shot 27 times and live to tell the story? I'm going to tell you about a story of a man that did exactly that right now. Over the past month, we've been giving away several silver rounds to military personnel, and I got one more here we're going to be giving away. I told Silvertown that I had a little story I wanted to tell on my YouTube channel. The next day, they put me a silver round for this man in the mail with his name on back. His name is Mike Day, and we're going to tell the story that he went through in Iraq. It was April 6, 2007. Mike Day is a Navy SEAL, had been in Iraq doing multiple missions. They go out at night and hunt down Al-Qaeda terrorists in different compounds. Same thing he'd been doing for the past months, but on this particular night, he went into the compound, and they doing what they do the best. They go in there and they clear the rooms. They've trained how to do it and everything. And they had one room they had to go in here, and they always talk about who the worst position is. The first one goes in is going to get the most damage, because that's the worst case scenario. But they all fight to be number one to go in because they want to protect their fellow teammates, because they want to be the one to take it instead of the teammates. It's a code they have, and they all know they want to protect each other. So in this particular case, Mike Day was the first one to enter a 12 by 12 room to try to go clear it, and it was an ambush. When he went into the room, he didn't walk in. Of course, they're busting his door down and whatever else they had to do to get in. But when he goes in the room, as he turns, he sees 4 terrorists, AK-47s, automatic weapons pointing at him and firing. He said it felt like a dozen sledgehammers hitting him all over. They're just sitting there firing at him left, right. He had his gun in his hand. The gun gets shot out of his hand, destroyed. Reaches down to his hip where his pistol was, pulls his pistol up. As he's steadily getting shot, sees one guy in the corner. He was able to take that one out. Next thing he sees is a guy walking over with a grenade in his hand, getting ready to throw it out against his teammates out in the hall. When he sees that, he knows that's the one he has to take out. Points it, he shoots him. Only issue is the guy drops, he had pulled the pin out when he shot him. The grenade dropped on the floor and rolled toward Mike. The grenade goes off, immediately knocks Mike unconscious, knocks him down, he's out. The battle continues, but when he woke up just a minute or two later, I guess, and he could look over and see the guys shooting, but he had lost his night vision goggles. They all use night vision. And they were shooting out the window at his teammates again with no hesitation. He knows as soon as he starts shooting, they're going to know he's still alive, and they're going to start shooting him again. But he has no hesitation. He pulls his gun out and starts engaging the enemy again. As soon as they see him shooting, his vision was not that good. He's already been shot. He's lost his night vision goggles. There's a dim light coming from the hall. He can see the muzzle flashes, but he's trying to shoot where the muzzle flashes are coming from with a dimly lit room. He starts engaging. Of course, they stop shooting. The 2 left stop shooting there and start engaging Mike again as he's trying to shoot. And as they shoot, they hit his gun. It goes right through his thumb into his gun, blows the handle grip out. So now he's holding the gun, his pistol, with just the metal parts underneath, and the bullet went through the thing and jammed it. So now they're shooting at him. He has no gun, but they're trained how to repair that in seconds. I forget he's got a name. They call it. He got it operational, and sits there and takes the other 2 terrorists out single-handedly. Unbelievable. But in the end, let's go back a little bit, because even after that is done, he starts clearing the house. He has to get the headsets, because his was destroyed from, unfortunately, one of his teammates that was killed. And he got the headsets and lets them know that he's still alive. And he actually clears the rest of the house. There's a woman and some kids in there. And he clears them, make sure there's nobody else that's going to harm his teammates coming in to rescue him. All right, like I said in the beginning, 27 bullets hit Mike. 11 hit his flakjack, right? All his armor, which is, like we talked about, like sledgehammers hitting you. The other 16 pierced him all over, both arms, both legs, and several other parts. But it was took him over 2 years, I think, was really to finally try to heal from all those wounds, and he's still in pain today, from what the book talks about. So I don't know if he ever get anything over like that, but breaking bones and everything else, he still was able to get up and clear the house, make sure his teammates were safe, and then walk himself to the medic evac helicopter over 150 yards away. Unbelievable. But he had a long road to recovery after that. And there is a book, he did write a book about it, and I'll put a link in my video description down here, right there. Perfectly wounded. He was perfectly wounded because he survived it, and not one bullet pierced a artery or through the heart or something like that, but he had a lot of damage, but not one that was critical to the point it killed him instantly. I'm giving you the short version of this. I tell you, this goes into much more detail, has a lot more about his life before and after. It's almost more after the fact than it is before and during. So really cool story right there. But anyway, let's get into to what we're going to do here. You know, I always think about how lucky I am to be able to go out and do everything I do every day, go out metal tech, go out fishing, go do what I do. And I know in my heart that I'm able to do this because of these guys. Some have given their life and given their time and their service to go out there and make sure we're safe here to be able to do what we want to do. So, like I said before, we have a little silver round. I'm actually going to mail it to him. I respect Mike's privacy. I'm sure he gets hounded all the time about stuff and all, but we're going to send this to him in the mail. As y'all can see, United States Navy, Mike Day. And Mike's got all kind of awards from the Navy Cross, 2 Bronze Stars, 1 with Valor, Purple Heart, and all other kind of accommodations. But it may seem a little irrelevant, but Mike Day is getting one more award. A Medal of Thanks, right there. From Silvertown and the Gigmaster. And it says, because of your service and sacrifices, the people of the United States had the ability to enjoy the simple pleasures in life, including speaking English, which we like to do, and participating in our hobbies that make the passion of life more enjoyable. Right there. Coming to you, Mike, right there. Appreciate your service and your dedication. But there's a lot more to Mike's story, like I said. All our veterans need help and support all the time. It's never ending. We got to always back them up. What's going on? Thank a veteran today. If you see one of us, let him know how much we appreciate the work that they did. So, anyway, I'm going to close out. I'm going to put that in the mail. And maybe one day, I'll have the honor to maybe take Mike and his family out to dinner. One of my friends is actually a Navy SEAL that I hunt with, and he actually had worked with Mike on some of the activities that they go through. So maybe we take them all out to dinner one night and I'll maybe get a picture with all of them. Anyway, hopefully that comes true. All right, well, I appreciate everybody coming on. I thought y'all would enjoy hearing that story. It's just amazing. Like I say, I'll put a link to this book in my video description. Anybody's interested in seeing it, it's an awesome, awesome read. All right, appreciate everybody coming along. Don't forget to click like, comment below, share, subscribe to Gigmaster, and thank a veteran today. See you on the next adventure.